The left-hander, Dave.
A lovely finish there from Dennis Priestley. We just saw the finishing dart in double top, and Tabern now really has got to find a very special gear and got to hit oil, because Priestley in this mood is going to take a lot of reeling in.
Well, earlier tonight, Alex Roy was 7-2 up against Mark Dudbridge. He eventually beat him 10-6. And, of course, John Part had a comfortable victory, 10-2 over Wes Newton, who missed a lot of doubles early in that match. Otherwise, it would have been a lot closer.
180 here. There's a 180 here, John.
Well, how did he get that in where he did? Plenty more room elsewhere. I'm sure that's where he was aiming for, but somehow that went in. Well done, Alan Tabern. You've got to get this leg in the hope of being able to effect a comeback. Though neither of the two who trailed by a long way earlier in the evening have managed to do so. And this is going to be a tall order for Tabern.
85. Again, the last start saving the situation. He should win this leg to make it 7-3, but then Priestley would know another couple of 3 legs with the throw, which he could defend. And Tabern's finishing hasn't been the most eye-catching. 25%, 2 out of 8. Couple of right over back. 16's the shot.
56.
Ton 40 here for Priestley, leave him on 76, preferably a ton 80. But it's not even going to be a ton 40 now. He may well have, as a result of those two,
26,
Dennis, by Jove. It's a long time since Dennis Priestley hit a 26. But it won't matter anyway if Tabern takes this out. But it will if he doesn't. Dennis Priestley still not on a finish. Academic. So they go to another break. And it's Priestley surely on his way.
Even the statues at the Winter Gardens are rapt with attention as the world's greatest dart players go about their business here on stage in Blackpool. Dennis Priestley leads 7-3 in this first round match against Alan Tabern, and Priestley has the darts here in this session, needing just 3 more legs for a place in the next round against Alex Roy.
Yes, who earlier tonight beat Mark Dudbridge, number 9 ranked player, by 10 legs to 6. And another result from tonight. This is the 3rd and final game of the night, of course. John Part beating Wes Newton, the local man. Wes Newton from 8 miles up the road in Fleetwood, going down to the man who actually travelled the farthest, Dave, in order to get here from Toronto, by 10 legs to 2. And here we have a Yorkshireman and technically a Lancashire man, I suppose, technically a Merseysider, isn't he, from St Helens?
95.
But a Lancashire player. And all to do, Tabern, despite winning that last leg before 45. The break. And really, I suppose reflected in the averages, the difference in the score. 86 Tabern, 89.36 Priestley. We know both players can up that. Priestley would be satisfied with that as a first round performance, I think. But he's going to increase it here anyway by some tune as he gets his second 180. They've hit 2 apiece now. The crowd love it.
And he's left himself on a finish on 31. We'll keep an eye on that. Might be treble 13 as part of the combination to add another leg and go just 2 away from victory. 131 for Priestley. Yes, should be 13s. Doesn't really need to go for it.
Well, doesn't really need to get it. He'll go for it anyway, because there's no other way other than that obvious way He's left himself nicely on tops, left himself a neat and nifty 13 darter, and Tabern really stranded here.
Looking ragged.
42.
Double top.
Dennis, you require 40.
And he's been in cruise control during this leg. Oh, reliable. Strikes again. 8-3.
Dennis Priestley.
Yes,
12
came back from the break. No, I think Dennis Priestley will have said to himself during the break, I've just lost a leg, it's 7-3. I throw first 3 times in this session, just hold throw. And if he goes out in 13 darts, Dave, with throw, he will almost certainly hold. The other fella's got to go out in 10, 11 or 12 to better him.
Look at this. Look at this opener from Priestley. 2 in, 3 in.
I almost said 4 in, but another 180 is third. I was saying earlier it upped the tempo, certainly has now. Average gone up to 92.7, and sending a message to Mr. Tabern that there'll be no fight back here, sunshine.
Well, he's having a hair-raising experience here in Blackpool.
Well, Tabern's from St Helens and he's got his wig on. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Dave.
100.
Convoluted lines.
Yes, it
John,
does.
it's early in the week too.
Sorry about that. Right, look at that rock steady Priestley. We've watched him here over 12 years before. This is 13th year at Bonnie Breezy Blackpool. And throwing with every bit as much venom as he did back in '94.
Well, the man's a thoroughbred, no question about that, and it's remarkable to think that, well, nearer 60 than 50 now, and still flexing his muscles. 136 for 9-3, not beyond him.
Definitely not beyond him. Now it is, of course.
That's the odd 6, not the way he wanted to get it.
21.
To leave 115. Well, that opens the door for Alan Tabern if he can somehow hit a ton or more. Tons necessary, really.
It was hard work there. The first 2 darts were blockers, and he might have been better advised coming out for a more open target. 115 now for Dennis the Menace to make it 9-3. Treble 19 for double. $74 now. Treble 14 would be useful.
Well, nearly. I still find it hard to understand why players like Priestley go for 20s on 115, but anyway, it's 71 left. Oh yes, double 16 for what will be an absolute belter! Oh, what a shot! It was really out of the blue.